Oh, my word.
I'm cat crazy, and I'm not the only one. Over 13 million people across the UK, including yours truly, share their homes and their hearts with a furry ball of feline mischief. But with their famously dangerous sense of curiosity and their incredible ability to get into dark spaces and high places, cats often end up in need of our help. In this series, we'll meet cats close to catastrophe. The animal rescuers who dedicate their lives to saving these amazing animals.
Oh, we got her!
And members of the public that are there to help them.
The place doesn't seem right without a cat. I think she's adorable.
I have Brody here for you.
Hey, Brody.
I'll experience firsthand what life is like treating ill and injured moggies.
But I hear that you have been in the wars.
At one of the country's busiest animal hospitals.
No pressure. Quite a lot of pressure.
I don't want to be a vet anymore.
We'll meet cats that push the boundaries and challenge what we think is possible of our furry friends.
Tula's changed our lives in so many ways.
And I'll bring you the science behind what makes your beloved kitty one of the most impressive creatures on the planet.
I'll be bringing you daring rescues, meeting the people that will go the extra mile for our moggies, and I'll be rolling my sleeves up to see what I can do to help. Let's just hope I don't end up taking my work home with me.
Coming up,
I can hear something growling at me, but I can't see anything.
Inspector Anthony Joins attempts to rescue some wild-at-heart kittens from a perilous situation.
It's actually stood on the pressure plate. Oh, my heart is racing.
I find myself in cat lady heaven.
So, how many have you got?
Well, I've now in the house got 50.
Just run that by me again. 50 cats in the house.
Yeah.
And one cat's great escape takes rescue efforts to new heights.
Chloe, come on. No, no.
No, she's going higher.
They say there's nothing like a mother's love, but sometimes a mum cat's instinct to find a safe place for her brood can lead to all sorts of problems, can't it?
Hello? Oh, hi, Glyn. It's Anthony Joins from the RSPCA.
In Wallasey, Inspector Anthony Joins is following up on a call from a warehouse owner about a mother cat whose choice of location to raise her family has left her and her kittens in danger.
And one of the lads said there's little cats over there under one of the quarter cabins that we're chopping up.
Right, OK. And how old are they, do you know?
I'd say 6 to 8 weeks.
OK, so they're little... All right, mate, well, I'm only, like, one and a bit miles away, so I'll see you in a minute. It's not an ideal environment for them in the long term. Gonna go and have a look.
The charity don't normally go to call-outs about cats living wild, but with the cabins they're under due to be ripped apart, Anthony fears there's no alternative if the young family is to be kept from harm.
Hello, mate. Are you Glyn?
Yeah.
Anthony, nice to meet you, mate.
If you go up quietly, you'll see them.
Right, OK.
A cat's natural instinct is to give birth hidden away in dark spaces to keep the kittens safe from predators. So the insulation lining of a disused cabin must have seemed the perfect place for this black cat to raise her 3 kittens.
They're really way under.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a game of cat and mouse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw them, yeah. Getting into little pipes and everything, aren't they?
The kittens are going to be hard to catch, and their protective mum isn't going to make Anthony's life any easier.
I can hear something growling at me, but I can't Can't see anything. Looking for black cats in a black space. So frustrating.
The cabins are due to be demolished. But Anthony can't get near the kittens to rescue them. He needs to come up with a plan to catch these wily cats before it's too late.
What we might have to do is...
Trap them.
Yeah. In an ideal world, they'd come out and be like, oh, you've come to rescue us, and, you know, jump into my lap. That's not gonna happen.
Luckily, Anthony has a secret weapon.
Trusty cat trap. Obviously, it's completely humane. All what happens is it comes up like this, and then I, quite cunningly, place food here at the furthest most point so that the cats have to come in and stand on this pressure plate, and as they do to get the grub, that slams down. Job done. They can have some gourmet.
Oh, they're not so keen on that one.
I didn't have time to cook any salmon or anything, so they're gonna get this chicken. It's in gravy and everything.
One trap set, but with a whole family of cats to catch, Anthony wants to double his chances with a second trap.
Right. If Mum goes in, I want the kittens to be able to see Mum, and then to go into the next one, and then so they can see each other. Or if Kitten goes in, I want Mum to try and get to Kittens and go in. Trying to be a cat whisperer. Come on, guys. Din-dins. That's set, so I might just hang around the corner and hide for a few minutes and see if they come out for their breakfast, and hopefully if we hear that slamming down of the trapdoor when we've caught something. We need to get them now, really, this morning.
The cats are so well hidden, the traps are the best chance Anthony has of catching them. But will they take the bait? In Wallasey, Inspector Anthony Joins is trying to rescue a young mum and her kittens from a life-threatening choice of shelter.
It's frustrating. We need to get them now, really, this morning.
Every day, these elusive cats live wild. They risk injuring themselves in the busy yard. And with the porter cabins needing to be demolished, Anthony has to get them out now.
It's the best chance we've got. Come on, let's go.
It's not long before Mum comes out for a closer look at what Anthony's been doing. But will she take the bait? No. Seems like this mindful moggy is not going to be outsmarted by Anthony.
It's frustrating, really. Might be one where we don't get them. But we don't give up. Don't give up yet.
Luckily, the first of the kittens doesn't seem quite as street smart as their mum.
It's so exciting, this. Come on, go in. Kitten's going in, kitten's going in. Yeah, we got it. 1-0. 1-0. She's still got 2 kittens. There's another one coming out now. Here we go, here we go. They're very wary because it's just gone to go in and then step straight back out. I'm hoping the overriding feeling of hunger will win the day. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
All the kitten needs to do is step on the pressure plate to release the door. But there's a problem.
It's actually stood on the pressure plate. There's not enough weight on the kitten to press it down. I need that second one to go in with it for the weight, for the pressure plate. Oh, my heart is racing. Go, 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 go.
The last kitten is in the trap, but it still isn't working. Anthony's only got one chance to save the situation.
Got 3. And now we just need Mum. I can hear her growling. She's probably a bit stressed, bless her, but we've got the 3 that we need initially.
Anthony finally gets to take a proper look at the kittens.
Awesome.
Hello, babies. It's nice to meet you.
Got the 3 kittens. Hey, babies. I know I'm scary, but I'm not that bad.
What are they?
These are just young enough to... These will be all right, you know. These will come round and they'll be fine. They're not even that hissy.
Ah, that's fantastic. He knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
They are absolutely stunning, aren't they? Beautiful.
They'll be snapped up.
They may look like butter wouldn't melt, but they're not all pleased to see Anthony.
Oh, you're a hissy.
That's a tomcat.
He's the biggest. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I knew it.
Hello, Mr.
I
Ma.
absolutely knew it.
He's got the little attitude. Good on him. Caught them at the perfect time. Couldn't really have got any better, really. Ideally, they've all run in together, but the fact that we've got kittens first, they're going to be safe now, and we can secure their welfare, and hopefully we'll catch Mum in the near future.
For now, while Anthony continues to try and catch Mum, the kittens will stay at the Wirral and Chester Animal Centre until they're ready to be rehomed.
They'll be treated for fleas, worms, they'll be vaccinated at the right time, they'll be microchipped and go to lovely families, hopefully, and then live happily ever after. That's the plan.
We'll catch up with them later on. If you hadn't guessed already, I'm mad about cats, and I love a happy ending when it comes to saving some of our less fortunate furry friends.
I'm here in Kent to meet a woman who's really taken cat rescuing to the extreme. And from what I've heard, these felines have really landed on their feet, as they do.
Sylvana Valentino Locke has turned her home and 3/4 of an acre garden into a sanctuary for feral and unwanted cats. I hear she's got loads. Maybe I could stick a couple up my jumper.
Hello, Sylvana. Yeah, good, thank you. Black cat just ran across my path. Is that good or bad? I can't remember.
That's good luck.
Oh, that's good. Oh, my word.
I think I've died and woken up in cat heaven. This is a lot of moggies for one person to handle. Maybe I should give Sylvana a hand.
Well, what can I do to help?
Well, it's breakfast time, so they've all...
Not for me.
No, I'm afraid not.
okay.
You might like some of them.
Yeah, you never know. All right,
Yeah,
so
so you
is it
can,
just opening tins
Opening
and...
tins, yeah, and they'll all help you out. I think they'll tell
Okay.
you what they want.
So how many have you got?
Well, I've now in the house got 50 cats in the house.
Just run
Just
that by
in
me
here.
again. 50 cats in the house.
Yeah.
Right.
All rescue. Then I have a sanctuary, which probably has 60 ferals or semi-ferals. But then we do the rehoming cats. So we've got about 45 at the moment for rehoming.
Oh, God, it sounds exhausting.
It is, yeah.
It takes at least 5 hours a day to get all the cats fed and watered, and Sylvana spends £250 a week on their food.
So how did this all happen?
Well, it's my love for cats. When I was a little girl, I used to spend days and days at my grandmother's house in Italy, and she used to just have cats and kittens everywhere. And then when we moved here about 20 years ago, it was obvious to me that there was a lot of cats needing to be rescued. So I thought, well, all this love and energy I have for the cats, you know, let's do something. I took in the more traumatised, the more neglected, the more sort of sick and feral cats, and it's become like a sanctuary.
Can I ask you a question? Do you ever get fed up with it?
Do you know, it doesn't, because it's day in, day out, 24/7. It's
You're
never,
just used to
it's
it.
just used to it. I mean, there's
What
no
about your
layers.
other half?
He's so patient. He's
Is
so
he?
patient. Luckily, he
Have
has
you
his
had
own
him
business.
tranquilised medically? Is there a patron saint of cats? Is it Saint Sylvana?
Maybe
there,
one
though?
day. No, I don't think there is.
Right,
There's
so I'm
another
having a
one,
word.
isn't there?
Who is it, the Pope? Anyone got his number?
Yeah.
I'll have a word.
Oh, thanks, please do, yeah.
hope they realise how lucky they are.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. It looks like he does. Sylvana spends almost £40,000 a year on vet bills, and not content with just rescuing cats from Blighty, this year alone, Sylvana has rescued nearly 20 sick and suffering moggies from overseas. So it's quite an unusual lifestyle, really.
Sure.
What do your friends think about it?
Well, they are used to it now, but, you know...
You haven't noticed that one by one they've gradually stopped coming around?
I've had quite a few sort of say bye-bye.
Have you?
Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's not there. If they're not
for
into
some
cats,
people.
yeah, if they're not into cats, then it's very difficult to be a friend with me.
Yeah. Well, it's been lovely meeting you and your feline chums. They all seem really, really happy.
They are, yeah.
And so do you, so it's the perfect marriage, I think.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks very much for having me. I'm not getting up yet, I'm waiting for the winch. The Harmsworth Animal Hospital in London is one of the busiest in the country, carrying out over 1,400 operations on cats each year. Today I'm meeting Brody and his owner Jessica to find out why he needs to go under the knife. Hi, Jessica.
Hello.
So this is Brody.
It is.
What happened to him then?
He was after my lamb that I had on sitting on the side, and he's fallen off the side and broken his leg on one of the girls' toys.
Oh, right. Does he often jump up?
Yes.
He does. Because I was up on the worktop the other day trying to get a bit of cake and my husband pushed me off, but thankfully I didn't break my leg. So I sympathise in some ways with you, Brody. Did he seem kind of in a lot of pain?
He got up, the leg was pointing outwards, and he's hopped into my daughter's room to go underneath the cot to hide.
Ah, so they're obviously in pain, just wanted to go.
Away, yeah.
Right. Brody clearly needs help. I may have some nursing training, but I'm leaving this one to the professionals. Aptly named vet Cat is going to fix Brody's leg.
We're just going to give him his anaesthetic. You will feel sleepy.
And while he's being prepped for surgery, she checks out Brody's x-rays and works out what she's going to do.
So this is the inside of his leg, and this is called the medial malleolus, which is the bump on your ankles that sticks out. But once we've reduced the fracture, which is put the bone back in the right place, we're going to put a pin through this little bump here and then up and across to the other side of the bone here. And then we'll put another pin from here up and across here.
But it's not going to be easy. Brody's leg might look big on the x-ray screen, but cat bones are tiny. It's going to be a fiddly op. I'd look away now if you're in any way squeamish.
Actually a bit low for me. Oh, poor boy. I'm going to watch some tendons here. These are the tendons that go around the back to flex his toes. But otherwise, there's not too much. We're okay.
First, vet Cat has to try and put the broken bone back together.
You can see the bone end there. So that bone, we need to just shift back and up. So we need to just clear away all the debris. I can feel the other end of the fragment is just in there. Feels like it's gone in. Feels all right.
With the bones back in place, all Cat needs to do now is stabilise the fracture with metal pins, which will go either side of the joint to hold it in place.
So these are the pins we're going to be using. I'm going to put one of these little pins through that little bump at the bottom of his ankle and up into the shin bone. His bone's nice and soft, so we don't need to use drills. We can just use this, what's called a hand chuck, to put the pin in.
But the bones are so small, it's hard to get the pins in without knocking the break apart that she's just put together.
Hard work. Just moving the hock joint to make sure everything feels nice and stable. Great. Lovely. OK, happy with that one.
The first pin is in. It just needs cutting down to size.
Can I have the pin cutter?
Crikey, look at the size of those bad boys. After cleaning the wound and stitching him up, Cat moves on to the other side.
1, 2, 3. We're just going to put another pin in. So it feels pretty good.
Both pins are in place, but it's a complicated operation, and the mend has to be millimetre perfect to succeed.
Right, let's take that and party. So that was before. It should just appear here any second now. So here we go. We've got this one just going up and across, that's fine. And this one, that's absolutely fine, and it's caught it there. So really happy. Oh, he's shivering though, he's waking up.
Right, should we take you back to bed? Oh, there we go, baby.
The surgery's gone very well. The end result is lovely. The bones are really, really nicely aligned, and the metal implants are sitting perfectly. The 2 little pins can stay in there forever because he's a young cat, and he'll have healed that in about 3-4 weeks' time. It will heal very quickly.
Well done, Brody. Fingers crossed for a speedy recovery. Coming up,
That is some beast of a tree.
Animal Collection Officer Lucy gets called to a highly strung, high-climbing cat. But can she get her down?
Fire brigades, do help us out with cat rescues up trees, but there's no actual flush line for them to be able to get up.
And I help with Brody's broken ankle and try not to do any more damage.
That's fine, that's just a bit of plaster.
God, I thought that was blood. I did.
Oh, poor boy.
It's been 2 weeks since food thief, not so extraordinaire Brody had an operation to fix the ankle he broke falling off a kitchen worktop.
The bones are really, really nicely aligned, and the metal implants are sitting perfectly.
And I'm joining him back at Harmsworth to have his stitches out.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Magella and Vicky. Yeah. I have Brody here for you.
Brody?
A bit sleepy.
Yes, Brody needed a little bit of sedation because he's a bit grumpy. Obviously, he's quite sore, so I think we just don't want to stress him out.
Yeah, OK. Seems wise. Right, now, as you're getting him out there, I see there's a pair of
yes, please.
Gloves here for me. So is there anything I can usefully do?
So all we want to do is we're going to just remove this dressing. You can start by using the blade just to cut gently down.
Oh, my word.
Top to bottom.
OK.
And it should unravel quite easily. After that, there's just a soft bandage here where you can just unravel.
Aren't you worried you're going to go straight?
No, because there's padding underneath.
Okay.
So if you just do it gently, and so if you just continue that all the way down.
Gently is not in my vocabulary, Magella, but I'll do my best.
That's fine, that's just a bit of plaster.
Oh, God, I thought that was blood. I did. I thought, yeah, the padding's not quite as thick as you said. Have I got a job here?
That's it, doing really well.
There we go.
There we go.
Right. That will probably just start unravelling
now, yeah. I'm hoping, the healing should be a lot better and it shouldn't have any issues.
Oh, that is a little bit...
Yeah,
is that
it's a bit inflamed.
It's
just a little bit of inflammation there. I think that's just from the plaster. There's no swelling around there. Skin looks like it's healed OK over there. Feels quite stable.
So it's pretty good recovery there for Brody.
Yes. Looks good. So we've got one suture here.
Right. Should I matron to do that for you? Doctor. Now, from what I remember, see, I'm a psychiatric nurse and I only did 3 months of training. But from what I remember, you have to cut very close to the knot.
Yep.
Is that right?
So as long as you remove the knot bit. So I would just hold it up and you can see, you just want to go under the knot so you can see there. That's it, and that's perfectly done. That's it. I'll just give some cream to go home with as well, just to make it more comfortable. He's already on pain relief, so the other thing is just rest. So, yeah, it's just going to take time to heal.
My work here is done, so all Magella needs to do now is wake Brody up.
We'll just keep an eye on him, make sure he's a bit more awake, and then he's ready to go. Lucky enough for him, he doesn't have to stay with us any longer.
OK, Brody, good luck, mate.
We'll catch up with Brody later on.
Cats can be a little bit snooty. Not you, but mine love looking down their noses at me, preferably by climbing as high as they can up a tree. But it's this love of climbing that can, and very often does, get cats into trouble. Yeah.
In Essex, Animal Collection Officer Lucy Fackrell is responding to a call about a house cat who's stuck up a tree.
We're on the understanding that the cat's potentially been up there for about 5 days. So we'll go down, have a little look. The tree's in one of the neighbours' gardens. 80% of the cats on roofs and up trees, they usually resolve themselves because sometimes there's things that the owner might not have seen or thought of, and we can obviously offer that advice. There might be another way to get the cat down.
The RSPCA receive around 3,000 calls a year about cats trapped at height. More often than not, a few simple tricks like leaving food in a litter tray for them or even a ladder against the tree will see them back on the ground. But it's not always that straightforward.
Hey, Lauren. I've come to have a little look at the cat to try and see if we can give you a hand.
Chloe, a 2-year-old house cat, escaped through a window 5 days ago and has found her way to the top of a very large tree.
She's really, really high up.
Oh, pussycat!
But with no access to food or water, she could be weak and there's a chance she might fall.
Oh, bless her. That is very high.
I'm quite worried.
At least I found her. Yeah, at least you have found her, which is reassuring to some extent. It's just now trying to get her down.
And owner Lauren has tried everything to get Chloe back on the ground.
We've done the tuna. I've left her tray out.
OK. Oh, you've tried the litter tray as well. Well done.
I've tried everything.
But it's no surprise Chloe can't be coaxed down. The tree is a whopping 25 metres high. Even for a cat, a fall from this height could result in serious injuries or worse.
That is some beast of a tree. Fire brigades, do help us out with cat rescues up trees, but there's no actual flush line for them to be able to get up.
Even if the brigade could get up the tree, the commotion might scare Chloe into jumping.
At this stage, I think I'd rather try a tree surgeon. They can go up there quite quietly, and usually they either sort of take a basket up or pop her in a bag, come back down again. I can try and make some phone calls. Yeah. Hopefully we might find someone that's local and can come and be our hero.
After a few phone calls from Lucy, tree surgeon Adrian arrives on the scene. He's kindly agreed to help on his day off. What a nice man.
Adrian, hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming down
No
so
problem.
quickly. If you want to have a little look and see what you think, and then we'll make a plan of action.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look and see.
All right,
Yep.
thank you. You put my equipment to shame. Following the tree all the way up, and then it sort of forks up, and you can see a little white face.
Way up, isn't she?
Yes. So, I mean, is that a nice tree to be climbing, or is it difficult?
I mean, I've done two. It was nowhere near as high as this.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a difficult one then.
Trying to do it so the cat isn't going to jump.
Yes. When you start going up the tree, we don't know how the cat's going to react, because she's going to see you as maybe a scary predator. I know you don't look it to me, but
Hopefully
until
not.
we go.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, she hasn't got too much scope to go any further, really, has she? So
Not really, no.
she's just sort of looking down, wondering what on earth's about to happen, probably.
So why do cats get stuck in trees? I've called in a man who's worked with cats of all sizes, and he knows it's not just little cats like Chloe that get into trouble.
Big cats get stuck in trees. Just like on occasion you get a domestic cat stuck up a tree, it's exactly the same principle. And the reason being is it's easy to go up, because the way in which their claws face, if you've got hooks that are facing one way, that's fine for going up, but not so good for coming down. There's two species in particular that are incredibly well adapted for coming down trees, and that's the clouded leopard and the margay. They spend an awful lot of time in the trees, so much so that they've actually made an adaptation where they can rotate their back paws 180 degrees, which actually allows them to come down a tree head first, whereas most of the other cats don't have that ability.
Oh, Pussycat!
Unless high-flying Chloe is about to develop a set of those rotating claws, it's going to be up to Lucy and tree surgeon Adrian to get her down.
She has been up there for about 5 days. She's going to be very, very hungry and thirsty by now.
Being without food or water for that length of time will have left Chloe so dizzy and disoriented she could fall.
Whilst Adrian's setting up, we'll just keep an eye on what she's doing. The cat isn't going to sort of spook too much.
Chloe has lived her life indoors and is likely to be terrified by her new surroundings. Adrian is going to have to tread very carefully.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm just glad that we found it.
Yeah, I think she's definitely filled her quota for adventures for the time being.
While Lucy keeps an eye on Chloe, Adrian starts the tricky climb.
Sounds like we're in good hands. Adrian seems to know he's done this a few times, so let's hope the plan of action goes the way we want it. I mean, she doesn't seem to be spooking or anything, which is good.
Inch by inch, Adrian edges slowly and gently towards Chloe, but there could be a problem.
I think she's actually standing up now, is she?
Yeah.
Chloe! I'm hoping she's not going to creep out, especially, I mean, I don't know what the trees are like in terms of the snapping, because obviously it could snap. I mean, it looks like a very healthy tree. Come on, girl, just stay there. Don't go up.
Chloe, come on.
Adrian's almost in reach, but Chloe isn't playing ball.
Chloe, come on. No, no.
Oh, no, she's going higher.
Come on.
Obviously, the cat's really scared. She doesn't know what's happening. I mean, she's going to eventually run out of tree.
Come on.
The higher she goes, the more likely the stressed, tired cat is to jump. Adrian needs to go carefully.
It's a good girl.
Adrian has one final go. And at last, success.
I think she's in the bag. I think she's in the bag. Oh, well done. Oh, Chloe's coming down. Oh. Right, we're there. Right, I've got her.
Yeah, OK, yep. Let it go.
Let's get her back in the bag. All right, girlie. All right, girlie. All right, precious girl. Oh, bless her. She's not panicking in there, so we'll get her in and have a good look at her. Oh, bless her. Well done. Yay! Oh. Cat handling skills. Oh, my
Get hold of her, yeah. I knew
Oh.
that bag will come in handy one day.
Well done. Thank you. Yeah, so, I mean, she was very calmed and settled as you were lowering her down. We'll go in and obviously just check her over and see what's going on.
Back in the house, it's time to let Chloe the cat out of the bag.
Hey, do you know you're home? Let's just have a little check of you. Oh, precious girl. Oh, Are you okay? You all right? Look, what's this here?
And after 5 days without food, there's only one thing on this girl's mind, and she can't decide what to eat first. Bit like me with a takeaway.
She does feel actually like she's a little bit thin. But the fact that she's got her appetite, that's a really good sign that she's wanting to gobble that food down. I mean, she's obviously clearly starving, but at least if she's going for the wet food as well, she's going to get moisture in. As tempting as it is, don't keep thinking, I'll give her another thing of food, another pouch of food, just little and often. What an ordeal. She can tell you all about it now, can't she? And would you say, don't climb trees again? Yeah? No more climbing trees. Hey. Just give your vets a little tinkle and just check in.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Right.
I really appreciate it.
That's all right, no problem.
With Chloe settled back with her family, all that's left to do now is thank Adrian.
That's pretty much as perfect as we want it to go. But thank you very much.
No problem.
And I'll save your number for next time.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Thank you, Adrian.
Right,
thank you. Take care. I think as rescues can go, that was pretty much textbook. She seemed very content to be home. I know Lauren's daughter seemed pleased to have Chloe back as well, so I think she's going to be fine.
Onwards and upwards then, Lucy. Well, maybe not upwards, eh? Coming up, we catch up with the kittens born under a container and find out if Anthony managed to catch their elusive mum. And we see an amazing rescue from across the pond.
Stop, stop, stop! Oh my God!
I didn't have time to cook any salmon or anything, so they're going to get this chicken.
Earlier, Inspector Anthony Joins rescued a family of kittens who were living rough with their mum under a cabin in a dangerous yard.
These are just young enough to... These will be all right, you know. We caught them at the perfect time. They're going to be safe now, and we can secure their welfare, and hopefully we'll catch more in the near future.
2 months on, and all of the kittens have found their forever homes. This little fella is now called Sully and lives with his new mum, Nikki, on the Wirral. And luckily for these two, Lisa Agnew decided to have them both.
When I first saw them, it was their little cute faces. They were just so lovely. I just wanted to take them. Their names are Harvey and Harry. They had to be home together because they just love each other so much. They're so protective of each other. They sleep together, they wash each other, they play together, fight together.
It sounds like this pair are as thick as thieves.
They're very mischievous cats. They climb everything and anything. Every now and then you'll hear something fall on the floor and you'll think, oh, what have they done? They've worked out how to bite the biscuits out of the bag. Lots of mischief. Oi, stop it. Little terror. Hey?
You know what they say, you can take the kittens out of the streets, but you can't take the street out of the kittens.
Here we go.
Congratulations, Harry and Harvey. Here's to a happy and long life with your new family. But what about the kitten's mum?
I can hear her growling. She's probably a bit stressed.
Who was very cautious of Anthony's traps.
It's frustrating, really.
Well, the good news is she was caught just a few days later. She's now called Posy and lives in a chocolate box cottage in North Wales with her new owner, Judith Gutteridge.
She's delightful. This is what she likes, is company, so she'll come and sit here while we're having breakfast or have tea. She's really a sociable cat. She looks fairly contented, doesn't she?
It's hard to believe that just a few months ago, she was living rough with a family of kittens.
She makes the house feel lived in and fun to come home to because she's there waiting and always wanting to be fed, of course, but still waiting and wanting to be fussed. Posy is perfect. Perfect Posy.
I do love a happy ending. And if you were worried about Brody, the cat who had to have 2 pins put in his broken ankle, I can confirm he's made a full recovery.
Brody's back to his old usual tricks, back to himself. He's not scared to be running around on his leg. He will do literally anything he possibly can.
But lamb is still off the menu. No, Brody, it's off the menu.
And to end the show, here's a YouTube clip of an amazing rescue from across the world.
We've all been there when a cat has appeared out of nowhere, but nothing could have prepared eagle-eyed Lainey from Oklahoma for what she saw on her way to work one morning. Seems like ordinary traffic, but look again. The tiny thing moving about to the left of your screen is a baby kitten, right in the crossfire of commuter traffic. After a few buttock-clenching near misses, Lainey spots the jaywalking kitten.
Stop, stop, stop!
Putting her own safety at risk, Lainey sweeps in to save the little mite.
Oh my God! Jesus, I gotta get my bike out of the road. Stay there. I don't know where she belongs. Oh my God. I know. I was like, oh my God, no. I am shaking. Oh, you poor thing. No. Let me hear. You can just put her in my helmet for now. Are you sure? Yes. No, I'd be glad to take her. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I know. I'm glad you stopped too, because I was. You're okay now. Will be Eddie.
They say you don't choose a cat, the cat chooses you. This little kitten, appropriately now called Skidmark, shows well, because amazingly, she's been riding pillion with Lainey ever since.